I'm always wondering when an actor takes a part that is so challenging and so kind of dangerous, how to apprehend that, how to go for this extreme and to go this far.
Well, you have a lot of there's the director, there's your own sort of instincts as an actor of what the role requires, and there's also just a lot of preparation in because this role especially, there was the physical pain, there was the emotional pain, and then there was just all of that, trying to incorporate all of that was, I mean, for me it was extraordinarily creatively challenging and exciting, and I had a wonderful coach who helped me with a lot of in helping me explore the different areas of the character, and wonderful doctors that I spoke to, people suffering from chronic pain and depression and addiction. I mean, I learned quite a deal about the chronic pain community.
Did you arrive on set knowing that you were going to do something that you've never done before and that was going to push you to your limits?
Yeah, I knew when I read the script if I was able to get I mean, it was offered to someone else, so I couldn't. I was sort of waiting until the window of opportunity happened, and that sort of played itself out. And I knew that if I got this, it would be, for me, something I've been dying to do. I mean, versions of this have come and gone, and I'm just not the go-to actor, for roles like this. But I get that. So I was just really, it was like a dream role.
Of course, there's a lot of preparation, but other actors prepare, and then other actors talk to real chronic pain patient or whatever the part is. But there's something else, there's something different. And I wonder, how did you know that you were going to be able to be Claire, to become her?
I didn't know. I was really, I knew I was going to be doing something that was really going to challenge myself. And I think once I got into my own work, that I was my own preparation and my own homework, I really felt like I knew what I know what I have to do, and I was ready to go. I was ready to probably shoot 5 weeks before we started shooting. I was really ready. I've been working just studying for so long.
How would you define her? How would you describe her?
I think
she's a very unhappy person. She's
stuck. She's a woman who's stuck and who is pretty angry at the world and at herself, and is I think struggling with moving on and moving forward and healing herself, because I feel that she thinks she would disappoint, or she's forgetting what it is that happened, and she doesn't feel the guilt is too much. So, we meet her trying to really make a decision of whether to live or die.
Did you meet a lot of people like her to prepare?
I met quite a few. I mean, I met the amount of people. I have friends who suffer with chronic pain, and unfortunately, and it's devastating. Addicts, obviously, and wonderful doctors that were extremely informative. I mean, just understanding this psychopharmacologist who was so helpful, helping me understand what is OxyContin, what is that mixed with alcohol, mixed with Vicodin, I mean, she was really serving herself quite a cocktail.
I remember when I was a kid and I didn't want to go to gym class or piano lesson or whatever, I lied to my mom and I said I had a headache and I can go, and I was playing comedy. But at the end of the day, I really had a headache.
You did?
Yeah. I wonder, when you play someone that is feeling so much pain, at the end of the day, do you feel some pain, or is there identification with her?
I'm feeling pain now. I mean, honestly, I would have to have body work every weekend just because of when you move in that way for 5 days a week, 6 days a week, it starts to affect your body physically, for sure.
That means you were like this
yeah.
when you were like? Mm-hmm. How did you learn that? How did you become that?
Physically?
Yeah.
Well, I just tried to figure out what was broken in the body and what didn't work, and pretty much it was everything. So there wasn't pretty much any move that she took that didn't cause some kind of pain. Even her breathing was painful. To take a deep breath, or the voice kind of went into a lower register and all of that.
How do you approach each of the relationship of Claire in the movie?
In the movie, I think with Sam's character, she's at first trying to be someone she's not. With Adriana, I mean, she's just her lifeline, you know, her angel and savior, pretty much. And then with Chris, there's the history of Chris, and I mean Chris Messina, the husband. There's just all the different relationships that you play.
Did you hesitate in any way before taking it? I mean, with all the physical transformation and the...
Not even 1 minute.
Really?
Nope. I was ready.
And what was your reaction when you saw your face for the first time on screen? I mean, with the scars and everything.
That was pretty... I mean, I kind of thought it was sort of beautiful, the scars. After a while, I felt they told such a story, and I kind of felt they were beautiful.
It seems to be very difficult to have these kind of movies now, to have what I call the middle movies, the dramas, the one I like.
Yeah.
Is it the same for... Do you see that? Do you see difficulties to find movies like this one?
Oh, yeah. I think it's hard. It's also really hard to get yourself to be cast in one. If you're someone who is, you know, as I think I battle a persona or a you know, that sometimes is hard to disappear from, and so I think why a movie like this is so welcomed and exciting when they happen is that I can really just have an opportunity to just kind of disappear.
You like that?
Ah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of offers? I mean, after Good Girls, I suppose that there was a lot of stuff coming up, and you did I remember the movie with Tim Zahn that I really like.
Management, yeah.
Do you get a lot of those?
Well, they always come. I've been lucky to go back and forth from independence to the big movies, and I feel really lucky, you know, with Management, Friends with Money, or even Life of Crime. They're just sort of going into a little different genre, and I feel it's important to have the balance of the two, because one, you know, is so... I mean, as we know, independents are allow for a little bit more of that creativity and creative expression than, say, something that's appealing to the masses. You know what I mean?
And the thing that the masses love this kind of stuff. They really want to get something different. How come does the studios or Hollywood, how you want to call it, don't do more of those? I mean,
of these kind of movies. I don't know. I think it's just a phase, honestly. I think I hopefully feel that people are starting to realize. I mean, even with Still Alice, you know, who wants to see a movie about Alzheimer's, or who wants to see a movie about chronic pain, or who wants to see a movie about some girl hiking through the woods. I mean, but these are stories. These are human experiences, and I think the more these movies get made, the more people are going to be fed intellectually and be fed emotionally. And not that there's going to be no room for a big, bold, funny comedy, because those are great and we need those too. I just think the more we get to see them, and the more there's an appetite for them, the more the studios will start to make them.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you